Hey class, hope you're doing good. Hope you got off to a good start to your first week. Ready to start week 2 and wanted to go over the spreadsheet assignments for this week. This week we have 2 spreadsheets. It's the only week that we will have 2 spreadsheets, and each spreadsheet has 3 tabs. So it's probably the busiest week of the whole semester as far as what you're going to be required for on the spreadsheet side of things. So take that. Maybe that'll make you feel a little bit better. Also, before I get to the spreadsheets, wanted to talk about this. So hope you're getting a good feel for how the class is working. And I just want to say I was super impressed by this part, the questions and conversations part of things. This is where you get extra credit. And man, every semester it will bump people from a C to a B or even upwards to an A. A lot of people, it'll make the difference because you can get 3 points every week. And so 3 points every week, 14 weeks, over 40 points available to you. And that could be 2 spreadsheet assignments, that could be 2 quizzes. And so I thought the questions asked were great. I've gone through and looked at everything. I've replied a couple times, but I've loved that you are being involved and answering the questions and creating dialogue with the students. And anyway, keep it up, because this will make a big difference for you in the semester. Okay, spreadsheets, let's get to it. So this week we got 2 spreadsheets. First one includes the value system, needs versus wants, financial goals. The second, emergency funds, budget, and get real, logistics of saving. So the first one, and this is my master spreadsheet that I use, is going to go over the things that you value in life. Explain it. Why? And try to get as many as you can. I tell you, the more you do, the more effort that appears you put into it, the better your grade's going to do. So this can be spiritual, it can be physical, it can be financial. So anything there. The needs versus wants. You're going to define what a need is to you and give a little more further explanation on things. Your brief definition of wants, how you are going to measure a need and how you're going to measure a want, and how 3 things, for example, on each one that, like for example on this need, do I feel that this item is something that everyone should have? Does this item provide lasting value? And do most people have this item? So is it a need? Yeah, you can more or less figure out ways for you to justify it. And a want, do I feel this item is something that everyone should have? Does this item provide lasting value? Do most people have this item? If you can check those off and you can say yeah, or I can't, then it's a want. Financial goals. This is something where you're going to have goals, target completion date, and the dollar amount required. I would say you need to have at least 5 to 6 of these for it to be worthwhile. Now with all the spreadsheet stuff, you can always go back and make changes throughout the semester. The goal of all these spreadsheets is you will eventually have it all in a master spreadsheet like this. And the purpose of it is that hopefully you'll continue to use this for years to come. It can be a great tool for that. So yeah, again, it can be education. It can be financial as far as emergency funds. It could be for your home. It could be for retirement. The second spreadsheet starts with the emergency funds. And as far as the class goes, a lot of us are in different financial situations, so it's going to look different for everybody. But what you would like to do, I want to have 6 months of emergency funds. Right now, I can live for $1,000 a month, so you only need 6,000. when you're working, you've graduated, you've got a full-time job, you can live, you need $2,500 because maybe your rent or mortgage is more than what it was in college, or you get married, or you have kids, things of that sort. So now you need $15,000. So that's pretty simple. A little explanation here goes a long way. Budget. Now a budget you can do one of two ways. You can do the current month and then keep working on it. I recommend you try and do 12 months worth and estimate the best that you can. So start with September, the month we're in now, and fast forward 12 months until all the way through August of 18, and see how things look. But this can be a great tool for you to use on a monthly basis. And then last, logistics of saving. What you're going to do every month, or depending on how often you get paid twice a month. Okay, I get paid twice a month from one employer or multiple employers, or I am going to put X amount of dollars for variable expenses, some for emergency fund, fixed expenses, things like that. So try to put as much detail as you can. This is awesome to add a graph or anything like that. So remember, part of it is for the grade, but the second part, most important part, is for you going forward. One thing on budget, there's lots of different ways to budget, and I just want to give a couple ideas to you. So Chris Andrews works on campus in Rexburg, and he was a teacher of mine. And he's shared that as far as budgeting for he and his family, he and his wife, they would set up 5, 6, 7 bank accounts. And when he got his paycheck, he would elect to have his paycheck, $500, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $500, direct from each paycheck into each individual account. And each individual account would be designated for specific expenses. One account is mortgage expense. One account is tithing and offerings. One account is for groceries and food. One account is for gas and a car payment. And that way they would just designate it into each account, and really they didn't necessarily have to touch that account. Didn't have to check that. They knew, okay, every month I have a $400 car payment and we have $300 in gas. So I'm putting $700 in there every single month. Our mortgage payment, taxes, insurance for the house every month is $2,000. So I'm going to put $2,000 a month into that account. So that was one way to try and simplify things. You heard of the envelope, where it's pretty much a cash budget, where every month you get your paycheck, or every 2 weeks you get your paycheck. You go, you cash it out, and you, similar to Brother Andrew's budget, instead of putting them into each individual checking or bank account, you do it into envelopes, and you have cash, and as it comes you take the cash out, and it works good. The cash idea works good because it's physical and you're seeing that money leaving, and hurts a little bit more than when it's just electronic and it just feels like it's really not tangible. So anyway, keep up the good work. I'm looking forward to a really good semester. And anyway, hope you have a wonderful week. Next week, just to give you a heads up, grading for next week will be a little bit late. I'll be out of town all week on a family vacation, so we won't have grades up next week right off the bat, but we'll get to it quickly the week after. All right, all the best.